Hello. We've had some really hot weather here at Home Grown Veg over the last few weeks. Wall to wall sunshine, very little rain. I'm growing things in buckets and bags. I need to get round with the water regularly and I'm doing that. But the sunshine is relentless, the temperature is relentless, and the buckets and the bags and the pots get warm. Too warm really for the vegetables that are in them. There's not much we can do. So anyway, I've been watering as best I can. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut you to a video now that I shot about 3 months ago. It was an experiment. I started to grow potatoes in just forest bark and wood chip, no soil. I didn't expect a lot from it, and judging by those plants now, I'm not going to get a lot from it. And we're going outdoors shortly to harvest those potatoes. But watch this video that I shot some months ago, then come back to me. Hello, have you planted all your seed potatoes yet? Well, I've got most of mine in, and I'm growing them this year, the majority, in a mix of forest bark and wood chip and garden soil. And that's a 50-50 mix. And I'm growing them in cut flower water buckets. Small 10-inch cut flower water buckets. So I've got most of mine in, but I've found these two here. Now these are shop bought set-asides, okay, and they need to be planted. They definitely need to be planted now. They're ready to go. But what I've decided to do is, I'm not going to use any soil. This is one called Manhattan. They've been sitting in this damp coir for a number of weeks now, and as you can see, it's had the desired effect, hasn't it? We've got roots and we've got shoots. So Manhattan is ready to go. Okay. And we're going to be going in just forest bark and wood chip. So this is some forest bark and wood chip that I have left over. And so we're going to grow potatoes in that, if we can. This is, what is this? This is Coulter. And Coulter's got shoots, it's got roots. So we're going to plant Coulter in nothing more than forest bark and wood chip, no soil, and the same for Manhattan, in 10-inch ex-cut flower water buckets. One potato in each of the buckets. Okay. Now I've also got some farmyard manure that I got given. I haven't got a lot of that left either. So what I've done is, in the bottom of the buckets, I've already put 2 inches of farmyard manure. Now these buckets are about 10 inches tall. So ultimately they will be topped off with this forest bark and wood chip. But these 2 potatoes will sit on farmyard manure, the bucket topped off, no soil. Are you up for this? Come on then, let's do it. This is one of my buckets. I think you'll be able to see that farmyard manure in the bottom there. Let's pop Manhattan in this bucket. Manhattan sitting on that farmyard manure, and this is the forest bark and wood chip, look. A very, very loose mix, forest bark and wood chip. say how they go. It's going to take quite a few months before we see anything here. So if you want to know how this little trial pans out, you will need to be patient and stick with the channel. Here we have Manhattan on the left and Coulter on the right. And it's got to be said at this point in time, these potatoes look quite sickly compared to other potatoes that I have growing in other buckets. These two potatoes look really small plants, so I'm not expecting too much out of these two buckets, but another month or two and we'll find out what they've got, won't we? Yes, we will, Meg. We'll find out what's in these two buckets in a month or two's time. Okay, now just before we go and harvest the potatoes, I will say this. The other potatoes I've got growing in buckets that are in a soil mix are much healthier, much bigger, and most of those potatoes are flowered, which is a good sign. So I'm expecting to do better out of those buckets. So if we start on a low today, we can always finish on a high another day, can't we? Oh, by the way, I'll tell you this before we go outdoors. I think I predicted on a previous video that a hosepipe ban wasn't far away. Well, just today one's been announced in the southern counties. A couple of southern counties have introduced a hosepipe ban, and it probably isn't far away now for us at this end of the country, because it just hasn't rained and there isn't a great deal of rain in the forecast, if at all any. Okay, let's go and harvest these potatoes. Well, that's the smallest delivery I've had from a bucket ever. Just the one from that first bucket. These from the second bucket. I think the weather's taken its toll. I don't think this has been very helpful, this forest bark and wood chip. But I do recall, as I've been growing these, if you've felt the side of the bucket in the sunny weather we've been having, it's been hot. Not warm, hot. I don't think potatoes like that. I've watered them as much as I've needed to, but this is all we've got. But hey, we'll have to find another day. There's lots more buckets to come here at Home Grown Veg, and I will guarantee they will be better than this too. Hope you've enjoyed the video. This is Home Grown Veg, signing out.